Hi, my name is Sylvia, and this is day, I believe, 42 or 43 of me showing up to the internet and talking about whatever I want. If you're just joining us, I've been doing a challenge where I show up, talk about whatever I want to practice in authenticity, and the hope that I can kind of close the gap between my thoughts, desire to share, and actually sharing it with people. And one thing I wanted to share is, for those of you who don't know, I have been recovering my nervous system the last 2 years. I was basically super burnt out, let's say, of corporate lifestyle, of hopping from job to job every few years, as well as being burnt out from never recovering a sense of self after going through childhood trauma. So it's been a doozy of a 2 years for sure, and like crazy different. Look at this, I'm sweating, so we're gonna take this off. And just my life has changed in the way I feel in my body, and the way I've been able to reconnect with a part of my personality that I abandoned because I was too afraid. I didn't know where it went. I believe it's a bit more of my childhood personality. But even then, if you suffer from childhood trauma, if you have complex PTSD, if you were adultified at a really young age, you may also identify with this feeling. When I was growing up, I had a really weird relationship with time. When you are raising yourself, or there's a language barrier between you and your parents, there's a lot of really meta things about life that just really hard to ask questions or really get an understanding of unless your parents and you speak the same language and your parents have the energy and time to be able to invest in you as opposed to investing in our survival, right? So there's a lot of things going on. Let's not blame our parents, but because ultimately I'm 35 going on 36 and all of this is my responsibility. But what I noticed was, one prime example was around 11 years old, I started to think very seriously about where I wanted to be. And by 13, I was already behind on all of my goals. And so even since then, I rarely looked forward. It was like this catch-up game of well, so-and-so got a record deal at this point. I want a record deal, or I should be there. And so it was never like, next year, I want to try to play more music. It was always backwards looking. And so for the first time, I have decided to write out my intentions for the next year, and it's been a wild experience. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. In the past, I always thought goal setting, dreams, and intents were supposed to be realistic and within grasp. But I feel like sometimes dreams, they should be big. They're meters of your ideals. They're a way for your brain to imagine a large capacity outside of what you currently deem as possible. That my limited mindset could definitely prevent me from understanding what is possible for me. And so this time around, I was like, you're going to dream big. Every big thing that you want in the next 1, 2, 3 years, you're going to write it down. And in the process of writing it down, I just kept being inundated with my own police. I could hear myself being like, yeah, I would like to diversify, the different types of revenue I get. I don't want one job. And instead of being like, well, then what is it? What are the big things that you want? What are the ways in which you want to make money, right? This is your dream. This is your journal. Nobody's going to look at it, right? But my mind is policing that. And I wanted to show you guys something. This is definitely way longer. It's going to be a long form. I wanted to show you guys something, which is this mind map. I started Artist Way last year, and I've kept with it. And in the beginning, I could sense all of my internal resentment and grief and resistance to accepting any of these tools. And even when I was making this little collage of like where I want to be, I was scoffing at myself. But now when I look at this collage, I have no idea why it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And I wanted to show you, because when I was doing it, I was like, what the hell is this? Right? And still to this day, I'm not 100% sure what the hell this means, but I feel really good about it. And I think I want to just show someone, because I'm a person who scoffed at this, who I don't take risks. I'm a little bit too realistic for my own good, pragmatic for my own good. I'm always wondering what the hell's practical, but dreams aren't always practical. Or maybe they are, just in a different sense, right? Like this lady in this bath. I don't know, but I feel it. I feel her. I want this. I want this either for me, or maybe I could make something like this. I could be a warm little bath for someone else. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it makes fucking sense. And like this green thing, like, I don't know. I love it, but I do know that I want a house. Like my interest in science and DNA, my love for my grandma, and me just not having let go of that, wanting sleep. I don't know what this is. I have a sexy lady here. I put a sexy lady here because fuck it, I'm sexy and I'm old. I'm old and I'm sexy. And I'm looking far reach, sexy, making home good stuff. But I'm also deep down a grandma who wants to grow her own, I think it was peppers. Right? This is for anyone who's lost. I understand it sounds silly. How can a group of magazines help you through anything? And I thought that like 100%. Even when I was putting this together, I was shitting on myself. I looked at this for months and couldn't really understand it. But for some reason now I really, really understand it. And I'm like excited to grow these images that I have in my mind, these ideas, and bring it into this world. And I don't know, this definitely comes from a privileged position. Definitely from a privileged position. So I recognize that not everyone can feel the freedom, right? You can be free, but not feel free. Or you can have an opportunity, but feel stuck. You know, it's all about how the person sees themselves. And so if there's any little bit of you that can relate to this and scoffing at these things that other people are saying help them manifest things, I think I urge you to ask yourself why you're not on your own team, and why that 1 hour to spend with yourself and a collage, how that can hurt you. Because when I asked myself those questions, I realized it couldn't hurt me, it could only help me. And today I wrote page upon page of the biggest dreams that I can think of. And I was scared, and I think I want to cry, because how can someone live 36, I'm going to be 36 in a few weeks, so 36 years and never once set their intentions into the future. And I know that other people they wake up much later or get this opportunity much later, but yeah, I'm just feeling grateful, and I'm feeling interesting, because I've never thought I'd get here. I always thought I'd be a little bit stuck in the past. And it's almost like, oh wow, this is a glimpse of life that a lot of people have been living. So it's exciting that I get to be here. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. I'm feeling really emotional. But yeah, okay. Bye, guys.